Hi guys, I'm Jackson.
Let's get to it.
Alright, fine. This is Aaron, and today we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite game, Assassin's Creed. Woo! Yeah, no one really likes it anymore. Anyways,
I used to like it.
yeah, recently a lot of people have been talking about what the next Assassin's Creed game is, and a lot of reports have been going around about it being Egypt, Assassin's Creed Egypt. And I think it's great that they're going back to the Assassin's Creed roots where they don't have as many guns, and it's not as much of a modern era. They're still believing in gods, and there's a lot of religion-based ideas or areas that they can still go with. Egypt hopefully will be good.
Not gonna be as parkour.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
they're just gonna run sideways up the pyramid.
Yeah.
I think what they can. I'm hoping that it's not as bad as like Assassin's Creed 1.
I think that sort of around the same area around Saudi Arabia and all the Middle East and stuff like that, it's gonna be somewhat like it landscape-wise, and
Yeah, which made for interesting parkour stuff, but at
Yeah.
the same time, there's not going to be too much diversity. My one hope is that they don't have British voice actors for every single character. It's like when we did France. We had English people play the French.
what Syndicate was a lot of.
Yeah, well that one was in Victorian England.
Yeah.
That one doesn't count because that one was meant to be France.
Yeah.
Or that one was meant to be English. But I can also understand when they did it in, the older Assassin's Creeds, because they were in like colonial times. They were in, kind of British.
I wonder how they're gonna fit in Templars as into Egypt. Because
Ooh, maybe
Egypt's
they'll like make them gods or something.
Yeah, maybe that'd be cool. I see the kind of cats. Cats.
Yeah, maybe it's the cats. Maybe all the Templars are cats. I don't think we're gonna get any new weapons. Me and my friend of mine joked that you'd be able to just grab a little a cylinder and it'd just be filled with a snake, and you just throw it at people, and all of a sudden you're just hopefully we get a lot of fun things, a lot of fun toys to play with when we get to Egypt.
You want more guns, Jackson?
I don't want more guns. I want like new weapons. Maybe like a scythe or something.
That's what killed all the new games of Assassin's Creed, the guns, the gun upgrades.
Well, okay, look, guns are a touchy subject with Assassin's Creed because a few of them rely on guns to kind of stay modern. And, a lot of people are like, oh, I want Assassin's Creed in World War II. I want Assassin's Creed in Vietnam. I want Assassin's Creed in the Cold War. And while those are good settings, they're too close to the present. It's going to start changing from a stealth game to a game where you have a gun. And, people are saying, oh, well, why don't you not have a gun?
It's going to turn into, like, Batman.
Yeah, everyone else is going to have a gun but you, if they want to stay current. I don't remember the last time, there was, back in Vietnam where they just had Rambo run around with a baseball bat and he lived. But, I remember my first Assassin's Creed game was Assassin's Creed 2. That was my first one. That was our first one, I think.
I played Brotherhood first, but then I went back and played 2. So it's pretty much the same.
But my favorite of all time has to be 3, just because of the characters, just because of the setting and the combat. And Connor was an awesome assassin. I thought that he was pretty good. I don't think I don't enjoy the story as much, but I thought that the character they put as really good. Oh my God, Aaron's about to eat a Pop-Tart. You heard that live on voice camera. Aaron ate a Pop-Tart. But anyway, whenever we All right, well, which one's your favorite? Which one favorite?
I'm swallowing.
God damn it. Oh, we're gonna take that out of context way far.
Oh God, that's gross. I like Brotherhood, and I do not like Revelations. Revelations was way too short of one, and I didn't really like the way they put the setting in. I played a little bit of it, but I think I liked Brotherhood more than 2, although they're pretty much the same.
They're similar,
game.
yeah.
I like them both, but Brotherhood probably takes it.
I have to say, as far as an Assassin's Creed game that I didn't like, other than Chronicles, and we'll talk about Chronicles in just a second, but I have to say I didn't like Liberation. The problem with Liberation for me is because they had the character right, the story right, and the setting right, but the gameplay was weird. You switched between 3 modes: lady, assassin, and like slave. And
That was
must
weird,
yeah.
yeah.
That must have been weird. But like it was to blend in with different areas, and that's not a bad idea. It's just the way they executed it was very, very poor.
Connor's like, screw you.
Yeah, Connor's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. General Washington's like, oh, what this shit?
Oh,
I also hope they
Correct.
bring that back. Bows and arrows, no more guns.
no,
You know?
bows and arrows were the best. That's why Connor was like so
Yeah.
balling.
Maybe maybe they'll like have
Chop
the
it off.
Egyptians like invent calligraphy or something. So as we're leaving the good old heyday of Assassin's Creed, let's go to Chronicles. Oh boy, Chronicles.
Security's tight today.
Oh my god. Look, here's my problem with Chronicles. Was it a good game? Yes. Was it not a good Assassin's Creed game? Yes. I think they wasted these locations. Imagine an Assassin's Creed game in China, in India,
Russia.
in Russia.
Russia
They
would've
would
been
have
great.
worked. They would have totally worked. At the turn of the century of these things, they would have totally, completely worked. And when they decided, oh hey, we're going to change it to a 2D platformer, at first I was skeptical. Because originally they made this DLC for Unity. But Ubisoft was like, no, we're going to change it into an entire game series. And it was a 3-part season. They released they released China first for season pass holders of Unity. And then they released India and Russia separately as separate games. But now there's $40 actually. You're able to get all 3 of them combined into one game, and their mechanics are very different. They're all very unique. Yada yada yada. But again, the problem with it is that it's not good enough to be an Assassin's Creed game.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Look,
It's not good enough.
if you put another name on this game, if it was a different aesthetic, but it was the same mechanics, I would play it. I would have played the crap out of it because it's a good 2D shooter, and it's a good 2D platformer, and it's a great game. It's just it doesn't need the It doesn't need the Assassin's Creed name on it. That's the thing.
This is India?
Yeah, this one's India. And right now he's trying to break into like this place to find his master, I think, in this gameplay.
My master.
Yes.
Preach.
My favorite Chronicles games have to go China, India, and then Russia. The problem
China was first, right?
Yeah, China was first. Yeah, they kind of diminished in quality as time went on. I liked the interesting thing I found out about China is that they actually made an Assassin's Creed 2 like animated movie about like when Ezio's about to die and he gives the secret to the protagonist of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, and they tie it in really nicely. And you know, all the best part about China is that the voice actors in Chronicles, actually in Chronicles, I'll say this: the best part about Chronicles, the voice actors represent their country. If there's English people, they're English. Like, the characters are English. There's no English Indian characters, though. There's no English Chinese characters. There's no English Russian.
I feel like they only screwed up the voice actors like most recently, like Unity.
Yeah.
Partly, and Syndicate was. I think Syndicate was okay about it.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of gameplay for that, but most recently they've screwed it up. Chronicles is okay with it because they don't have as much talking. It's a 2D platformer.
So, essentially, here's the thing. Egypt has a lot going for it. They're going back to their roots. They're going back to a original kind of esque location, and they have an amazing kind of, idea with this, but they need to make sure they don't goof it up like Chronicles. It had a good idea, but they didn't execute it well enough.
Yeah.
Or like, any of like the other games, they need to make sure that it's authentic enough. I don't know if for some reason, Ubisoft is just anti not English people, but it's starting to seem that way. Also, they better, I hope they do a little bit more of this. Like, this is the trailer for Liberation HD, and I wouldn't mind getting a few more HD remasters of games coming to the new generation. Like HD, Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2. I know they got the backwards compatibility now, so they don't really need it. I don't mind Revelations.
I didn't like it. I have it on 360.
Alright, so closing thoughts. Would you buy Assassin's Creed Egypt?
Depends.
Okay.
Don't know very much about it. If it's
I'm-
going to be a platformer, no.
Yeah, if it's going to be a platformer, no. I think I'm going to buy Assassin's Creed Egypt regardless, so I can give a good review on it. I can talk about it.
Upgrade levels in
Thanks, quick talking.
fried gameplay.
Do New Orleans. All right, so thank you guys for joining us for 10 minutes, Jesus, and we'll see you for the next video.